ages of both contestants. Both of them in their earliest, and both of them looking beautiful. We'll come to that. First up, though, Cubana Whiskey has got a message for us. Lex Luthor, you got that covered, huh? Pardon me, don't mind me. I wanted to finish you. Tell me, what do you have for me?
Okay. So this week, Femi, this week Cubana Whiskey is raising a glass for all fathers. Fathers may not have carried the children in the womb, but they carry them every day in their heads, through thick and thin. In every situation, they keep moving, taking the strikes and weathering the storm to keep their own protected on every side. So today, Cubana Whiskey is taking this time to raise a glass in celebration of every father out there. Keep it going, not too much, and remember that when going gets tough, it's okay to take a break and chill with a glass of Cubana Whiskey. Cubana Whiskey is made with the finest ingredients and carefully stored in a classic bottle for the confident man or woman, and can be enjoyed, however, whenever, wherever you want. Remember, Cubana Whiskey is absolutely compatible with other mixers. This means you can enjoy it straight or mixed. It tastes at your own taste. Keep it at your own choice. Cubana Whiskey is registered with NAFDAC and available at Niger 1 and Niger 3 Trade Fair Complex, Ojoyo Market, Mushi, off Lane Idumota, and all markets where good drinks are sold. Follow Cubana Whiskey on Instagram and on Twitter at Cubana Whiskey. I'll spell that out. At Cubana Whiskey is at KUBANAHWHISKY at Cubana Whiskey. So that's KUBANAWHISKY. Send us your inquiries or keep up with all the activities and giveaways. Enable our notification on Instagram page and anticipate a grand competition coming soon where you could be the winner of a big prize. Don't forget, if you want to be a distributor, you can call 080-3722-9196. That's 080-3722-9196.
Interesting. It's good to know that somebody cares about us fathers, especially for some of us whose wives have run away and left them with the kids. Unfortunately, nobody would understand here. Maybe only overdose would understand what it is like to be a father.
Yeah, I have an idea.
You have an idea.
No.
Chidebere wouldn't know. Alex wouldn't know.
They don't.
They don't know.
They're too young for this game.
No. No.
Hey,
Okay, Femi, I want to say something about. I won't say.
You beg to differ.
No. I won't say.
Should I call Sandra for you?
No, Femi, I won't say.
That would be a good option.
All right, guys. Let's get back to the battle. Thank you for that. Whether I choose to shack about it or not, that's a different matter. I'm talking about shacking. Here's a shack.
Hello, it's your man Oshak, hanging out with Femi and the gang on 99.3 FM, Nigeria Info. Keep listening.
All right, so let's get back to the battle. Tonight, final battle of round 1. Features 2 young contestants who are battle ready and raring to go. You've waited long enough. It's finally time to meet them. Let me ask these guys. I think this is Kelvin versus Limah, right?
Yes.
So, contestant 1 is Kelvin. I got to his middle name and stalled. It's Kelvin Ojon Ogwa. Oh, we'll come back to that. His surname is Omachonu. I'm sure I'm close to getting the surname. He's a student in his early 20s. He supports Barcelona globally, Eyimba locally. He stays somewhere in Lakwe, Ibeju Lekki in Lagos. He represents Ibejuleki and carries their hope in the battle for season 3. On Twitter, he is at Kelvola _ something like that. Oh well. Kelvola, Kelvola. Good. _ On Instagram, he is at Omachonu Kelvin. Make welcome to the young man, Kelvin Omachonu. How are you doing, Kelvin?
Well, I'm fine, Femi.
What is this name? What's this business? Ojonugwa.
Well, the surname is Omachonu.
Omachonu.
Yes, then the middle name is Ojonugwa.
Ojonugwa.
Yes, sir.
So it almost killed me. I almost I lost 2 teeth trying to pronounce it, but I think I did the best.
Yes, you did.
So welcome. What month were you born in?
June.
June.
Yes, sir.
June what?
June 13.
June 13.
Yes, sir.
So you just turned your new age this month.
Yes, sir.
Exciting. Let's meet his opponent. She's like Kelvin, a student, but unlike Kelvin, she supports Manchester United. And unlike Kelvin, she hasn't been able to make up her mind as to who to support locally. Unlike Kelvin, she stays in Ikeja. As a matter of fact, she stays at a Lausa police barracks. Kelvin, beware. She's known on Twitter as at that girl Limah. Also on Instagram at that girl Limah. Please welcome to an individual who's known by all her friends as Limah, and that's the name we'll stick to for this, but full name Muslima Abdul Malik. How are you doing, Limah?
I'm very well, Femi. Thank you very much.
Pleasure having you here.
Same here.
What month were you born in?
January.
January.
Yes.
So, okay, interesting. You guys were born the same year and you came first.
Yes.
Yes. So put some respect to that conversation when you talk to the lady, Kelvin. All right, let's get straight to it. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So final battle of this round. Time to unleash the topic at the debate. You qualified via
The qualifiers.
the qualifiers
Yes.
late last year.
Yes. No,
Good.
I think it was 2 years ago.
It wasn't 2 years ago. Go away. It was last year. The qualifiers. It was last year. Whether it was 2 years ago, it wasn't 2 years ago. Don't say it was 2 years ago. It was last year. How did you finish? First, second?
I finished third.
You finished third. What are you doing here? Oh, then you sent an entry
Yes.
this
I
time.
did.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So your entry was because, we only took first and second from that group. So it was your entry actually that brought you here. Welcome. Next time, don't finish third. Try not to finish third tonight.
Okay, sir.
We'll see. Okay? Muslima,
Yes, sir.
it's a pleasure.
Same here.
Great pleasure. Let's go into the topic for debate. We have to close this out by 9:30. Hopefully. So here's the topic at issue. Is there anybody who needs an explanation as regards how the fan battle is run? You know what to expect.
Yes.
You know what to do.
Yes.
Excellent. For the sake of our audiences who may be catching on first time, we give these two individuals a minute each to introduce their position in the topic, and then we give them 2 minutes to go head to head. If they impress us enough, we give them an additional one. If they do not impress us, we might get to a point where we even cut the 2 minutes short, but we haven't reached that point yet with anybody. We didn't do that in the last, so I don't think this romance will go badly. So let's see how that goes, and then we'll give you 1 minute each to take your argument home, after which it is over. The audience and of course the panel will determine how you progress in this battle. So here's the topic. With Inter Milan and AC Milan winning the Serie A in successive seasons, can Juventus stake a title claim next season? Or is their period of dominance over? We threw this into the lottery basket. Limah dipped her hand into it and picked yes, Juventus can stake a claim. Kelvin picked no, their period of dominance is over. Now, I have no idea what they believe individually. Maybe what they believe is the direct opposite of what they've picked. We don't know. But this is what they have to defend. May a realization of that fact remind you when you vote that it is not just about the points, okay, and what you agree with. Base your decision on who impressed you the most. Like I often say, you may agree with the points or with the position of one of these contestants, but choose to vote for the other person who you disagree, whose position you disagree with, because you are voting for them because you are impressed by the way they conducted themselves. You're impressed by the way they delivered on the night. So let's go. Kelvin, you are contestant number 1 for the night.
Yes.
You have 1 minute to tell us why you are convinced that Juventus don't stand a chance in the coming Serie A season. I've set your timer for 1 minute and it's ticking.
Well, they're saying in local parlance that from morning we go know how nights could be. Well, when you look at the Juventus situation, it is clear to see that instead of progression, there is regression. 2 seasons ago, Juventus finished 4th, while Inter Milan won the league. Juventus finished with 78 points and finished 13 points behind eventual winners Inter Milan. Well, going into last season, there was a drop in performance. Juventus finished with 70 points. 16 points behind the league winners AC Milan. It is clear they finished 8 points less. It is clear that next season they might drop again when you look at the progression. Well, you also have to look at the fact that Serie A is changing. The money that Juventus used to have is not as much as it was. You have to look at the fact that the likes of Napoli, the likes of Inter Milan, the likes of AC Milan are willing to spend more. Napoli signed Victor Osimhen 2 seasons ago for about 72 million. AC Milan are looking to spend money. AC Milan have new owners, the Red board, who newly bought the club last month, and those guys are willing to spend money. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Opening comments by Kelvin as to why Juventus will not succeed in the coming season. Limah, on the other hand, believes differently. Thank you very much for the applause. And we'll give Limah her 1 minute to defend her position as to why she feels that Juventus will come good this coming season. Are you ready, Limah? I've set your timer for 1 minute, and it starts now.
Thank you very much, Mr. Femi. I'd just like to start by saying this is not a discredit to the Milan teams, AC Milan and Inter Milan. They've done fantastic. They've done absolutely well to make sure that the Scudetto remains in Milan. But I'd just like to say that there's also a local saying. You've given yours, and I'll say mine as well. The lion is the king of the jungle, but he knows not to be wary of the elephants. He knows not to always be careful of the elephants, and the elephant in this case being Juventus. You don't go and win the Scudetto 9 times in a row and tell me that after 2 years, this team is not going to contend for the league title the next season. If it was 10 years ago, if it was 20 years ago, I'd have agreed. But this is just 2 years, and you're telling me that they won't contend for the league title. I think that's absolute rubbish. Thank you.
Thank you very much. She keeps it really short, and I think she deserves a round of applause, doesn't she? All right. Thank you very much. We can stop the clock now. She saved us tremendous time. You guys, I was going to give you the 2 minutes to go into the head-to-head, even though Limah had saved us time. But with the benefit of hindsight, it will not fly. So we'll take our next break, after which we'll have the two of you go head-to-head. Do you mind?
No.
Okay, good. By the way, this battle is streamed live on our Facebook channel. That's our Facebook account, our Facebook page, Nigeria Info 99.3. You can catch the battle there, and you get to vote for either Kelvin, the guy, or Limah the lady. We are also streaming on YouTube. You can go to our YouTube channel, just search for Nigeria Info on YouTube, or you can follow the embedded link to that live stream, which we will find on our Twitter handle at Nigeria Info FM. You also get to vote on our Twitter handle, by the way. We're streaming live as well on the Nigeria Info mobile app. just to ensure you don't miss us and you can take us wherever you go 24/7. And those who are streaming on the Nigeria Info app can attest to the fact that in very recent times, the stream has been really, really stable. You can hear it outside, inside, and all of that. We had some technical challenges some time ago, and that has been fixed. Would like you to give us feedback as to what you think of the Nigeria Info app now, where you get no interruptions. Is that clear? Excellent. We'll go for that break, and when we come back, Kelvin and Limah will go head to head to determine who goes ahead to round 2 and probably who goes home tonight.
We report, you decide.
Love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Hey, Alpha now. You start your day like this. Everything is going well until the unexpected happens. Then, hey, the bass begin. If you get our Flexi Comprehensive Motor Insurance Plan, you can save yourself yay, and the painful cost of repairing the damage to your vehicle for as low as 15,000 naira a year. If someone bashes your car, we pay to get it fixed. Visit www.hairsinsurance.com or call 0700 434 7764 to get the Hairs Flexi Motor Plan. Hairs Insurance, your simple, smart protection.
Many people are in business, but not everyone means business. The people who mean business never say no to money, cash, card, or transfer. These ones grab business opportunities with their full chest. Keep an eye on things that matter, like people, cash flow, and how it all adds up. They do not only know their onions, they know their numbers. They mean business. With Number, you mean business. Visit www.number.com, that is NOMBA, number.com to get started.
There is something every woman gets when they become mothers. She knows when her family is in pain, and she knows better than to allow red moments linger. With fast-acting and effective M&B paracetamol tablet, the red one, and its pleasant tasting pineapple flavor syrup for children, she sends aches and pains far away from her family. Mothers who know trust May and Baker for its over 70 years of quality experience. Give aches and pain the red card with M&B paracetamol. If symptoms persist after 2 days, please consult your doctor. M&B paracetamol. Pain can't stop you.
Wake up! Dad, wake up! Wake up! Conga is here!
Enjoy the Conga Media Shopping Festival deals and free delivery in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Plus a 10% discount when you pay with your Access Bank card from now to the 30th of June.
Conga, the e-commerce group you trust.
You don't wait for life. You go to meet life. Morning after morning, cup after cup, with the stimulating aroma and rich creamy taste of Nescafe Original 3-in-1. Available at 70 naira per sachet, and for every 8 sachets you buy this month, you get 1 sachet absolutely free. Start strong, finish strong. It all starts with a Nescafe. T's and C's apply.
no be everybody mean business. The people wey mean business, they no dey ever say no to money, cash, card, or even transfer. These kind ones, any business opportunity, then they grab am with them full chest. And then they chook eye only on top of this wey make sense. Like people, cash flow, and how every other thing take they complete. No be say them only know wetin dem dey do. They know their numbers and them mean business. With the number, you mean business. Enter our website will be www.number.com to take it for start.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Hi, I'm Femi Daniels. For the last dozen years of my media career, I've dedicated myself to raising an army, a big sport broadcast army, made up of individuals who've gone from being just fans of the game to giants of the sport broadcast landscape. It's been my pride, privilege, and honor, but my job is not done. Time to raise a new army, the next generation. Join me and my team, Femi and the gang, from 7 to 9 p.m. Mondays to Friday on 99.3 Nigeria Info for the third and biggest season of the Fan Battle. Starting Monday, June 13 to Friday, July 15. 1 million naira grand prize, a seat at the table, and you get to be part of it all. Catch the Fan Battle in football's hottest war zone, live on radio, also on the Nigeria Info app and our Facebook and YouTube live streams. For sponsorship support and advertising, call 0808 50 20 280 or 0809 303 1103. The Fan Battle Season 3. Let the battle begin.
Yo, me sit down and chill out with a man them called Femi and the gang. You no better listen up. Nah, touch up the dial, cause if you touch up the dial, no say, more. Fire go blaze, you see me I say. Anyways, testing the microphone. Don't know my name, big clean, stay clean, pick it. Dancehall papa boy, when I travel go foreign, but still a vibe, but like one of them with in a Jamaica, I'm there with Femi and the gang. Enough respect to me, bossy. Don't know, say, he might have done that.
Welcome back. The battle continues. A minute past the hour of 9. We'll see how this goes. In the studio with me, Kelvin Omachonu and Muslima Abdul Malik. Kelvin versus Limah. Both of them students. Both of them young, beautiful human beings. And both of them, well, at war on the night. Who will prevail? We've got the head-to-head battle to come, after which both of them will close out their arguments. We're streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. We're streaming live on YouTube, Nigeria Info YouTube channel. And you can find that embedded on our Twitter handle, at Nigeria Info FM. We're streaming live on the Nigeria Info mobile app. Follow the conversation live on radio. Remember, this is the one battle where you play a part in deciding who takes the day. We'll come to the phone lines after the battle is done, and we'll see what 7 people think, or a little less, depending on who of these two individuals gets 4 votes to claim 20% of all the votes allotted. There are 60 votes for the panel, 20 for each of Overdose, Alex, and Chidebere, and the final 20 is shared 10-10 between Facebook and Twitter. Let's see how we go. Kelvin, Limah, are you ready to go head to head?
Absolutely.
Yes,
Okay. For 2 minutes, I want you guys to explain to the audience and argue out amongst yourself why Juventus may do well this coming season or not. I've set the clock, and now it's ticking.
Well, I'll start by telling you that in the last 2 seasons, in fact, in the last 3 or 4 seasons, the Milan teams have been doing better business. For every single Juventus signing you give me in the last 2 years, I'll give you 5 signings that have done better. In the last 2 seasons, who are the best players that Juventus have signed? They just brought in Vlahovic last season. Who aside Vlahovic? Who? Zakaria played 9 games in the league last season, scored 1 goal and just 1 assist. But then you look at the Inter Milan side, they brought in a Mike Magnan to replace
Let me just say that in your opener, you said
good.
that Juventus finished about 16 points behind AC Milan, who are league champions. Now
Yes.
let me give you fact. 2 years ago, Juventus were top of the table, and AC Milan, I think it was in the 2019-2020 season, Juventus were top of the table, and AC Milan finished about 6th position with 66 points. 3 seasons ago, Inter Milan came 4th position, 21 points behind Juventus. But guess what? 2 years after, they won the league title. This is Juventus we are talking about. We're not talking about just any other team. Juventus have won the league title 9 times back to back, and this is just 2 years after, and you're telling me that Juventus is not going to contend for the title. Listen, you gave instances of players coming into Inter Milan right now. You gave instances of players coming into AC Milan, and I'm telling you right now that Juventus also have players. They let go of their players, the old legs. They let go of players. They have Dusan Vlahovic, who is one of the best strikers right now in the league. They have Zakaria, who is going to blend in that team. If Zakaria gets the time, he is going to blend in that team. They have the likes of McKennie, who is going to come into that team and give them a good signing. Listen, they are young players as well. Listen, you're talking about players going back. Listen, Paulo Dybala left. Paulo Dybala left.
You are shooting yourself in the foot. Paulo Dybala has recorded an average of 15.
I told you that Paulo Dybala just left right now. They are linked with the likes of Pogba. They are linked with the likes of Pogba and Angel Di Maria. You won't tell me that Angel Di Maria and Pogba, no matter which team they enter, let's leave bias out of this right now. They have quality and they're going to add quality to each of these. I'm giving you facts. I'm telling you they are linked to this side.
Pogba is a Juventus player.
But they are being linked to this team, right? Are they not being linked to this team?
They are being linked to AC Milan and
but they are heavily linked.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give you an additional minute to try and be as audible as you can be. It's a debate, no doubt, and we're happy that you guys both go, up for it. But we would like to hear you. So I'm resetting my timer for 1 minute to finish this head-to-head. It's ticking now.
Okay, here we are talking about facts and not possibility. Now we are talking about a Di Maria. Di Maria is not a Juventus player. If you talk about Pogba, yes, I don't understand.
If you need facts, I'll give you facts. They have the likes of Locatelli, who did very well in the Euros. Locatelli did well in the Euros. You can't deny the quality that guy has. You can't deny the quality he has, whether Serie A or not. He is part of the team. Whether you like it or not, he's part of the team.
Has he brought it to?
That's why we are telling you that they are going to contend next season and they are going to do well.
This guy was
you have the same way Inter Milan and AC Milan are bringing in players. The same way Juventus are bringing in players. You can't tell me that Dusan Vlahovic is not one of the best strikers right now. Dusan Vlahovic
last season.
Can you not tell me that Dusan Vlahovic is one of the best strikers in the league right now?
Osimhen won the best under 23 player in the league last season.
Whether Osimhen won it or not, you can't deny the quality of Dusan Vlahovic. So whether Osimhen won it or not, Dusan Vlahovic is a player for Juventus and he has won it.
If he was that good,
we are talking about the fact that Juventus can go well to contend for the league title. Chelsea, let me give you an instance in the Premier League. Chelsea finished about 19 points. I'm going to bring it up because you brought out facts. Chelsea finished 19 points behind Manchester City. But you can't tell me that Chelsea is not going to contend for the league title next season. The same way you're going to tell me that Juventus finished some points behind AC Milan and they're going to contend for the league title next season.
Thank you, Kelvin and Limah. Pretty spirited. On occasion, we struggled to hear what you guys were saying. I believe we were helped by the fact that it was a gentleman and a lady. So even when it could have been a bit of a cacophony, we could tell them apart because it was, I can imagine if that had been 2 guys or 2 ladies, it would be hard to tell who apart, especially if the voice textures were similar. However, there was plenty enough firepower, sparks in the air, and I'd like to say thank you for the work that you put in. I'm going to give you each 1 minute of no interruption, no interjection, no inflection, just you to wrap your points. Whatever direction you choose to take is on you. But remember, if the head-to-head didn't do you much justice, this is your last chance to do yourself enough justice. If you haven't voted yet, please go ahead and vote, maybe midway through the closing argument, or wait until the closing argument so that you'll make your mind properly. That's on Facebook. Our page is Nigeria Info 99.3, where you also have the live stream, and you will vote on the live stream. The voting buttons are on the live stream, just at the bottom. You'll see it there. You will vote on Twitter. There is a poll on Twitter, you will vote. But also, there is an embedding of our YouTube live stream on our Twitter handle so that you can follow through. And you can listen in via the Nigeria Info mobile app. We will come to the radio audiences who are listening directly through their radio sets, through their phones, their car stereos, or traditional radio. We'll go to them first, then to the panel, and then to social media. First, though, let us hear the closing arguments. Kelvin, you have a minute, and your time starts now.
They say defenses win you league, but Chiellini is leaving Napoli, Juventus this season. Now, Chiellini has been a noble servant for the club for the last 15 years. That is a stalwart leaving. In the last 3 seasons, Ronaldo spent 3 seasons at Juventus. He's recorded over 100 goals. That man has left. You also have Morata, who had at least 15, who recorded at least 15 goal involvement in the last 2 seasons at Juventus. He's leaving. You had Paulo Dybala that recorded at least 15 goal involvement in all his time at Juventus. He is leaving. And you come here to tell him that this is a serious club. You look at what their opponents are doing. These guys are splashing the cash. Lukaku is back at Inter Milan. AC Milan have new owners who are looking to build a new stadium, who are looking to splash the cash. Look at the backline of Juventus. It is aging. Lukaku is back. The only striker that bested Lukaku in Serie A recently was Ronaldo, and Ronaldo is no longer there. So tell me, Juventus are going to be poor defensively, and they're also going to be poor in the attack. Who gets the goals? Who defends for them? Thank you.
Thank you very much for your closing argument. Time to perfection. We appreciate that. The issue at hand is Juventus's period of Serie A dominance over. Kelvin is convinced it is over. It is over. They are no longer dominating. Limah, on the other hand, thinks, wait a minute. This is Juventus we are talking about. That's the point we get from her. And she has 1 minute to close her argument. Are you ready, Limah?
Yes, I am.
The clock is ticking.
I'd just like to start off or finish off by saying that Juventus are probably the only Italian team right now to go ahead and splurge on a lot of players. I've mentioned that they have the like of Locatelli in that team. They have the like of Dusan Vlahovic, who's one of the best strikers right now in that team. They're probably looking to sign Luis Muriel from Atalanta, who's going to be a backup for Dusan Vlahovic when he's not in shape. The same way they have Chiesa in that team. They have Delete. You're talking about who's going to defend, who's going to attack for them. Chiellini is 37 years old. Chiellini needed to go. He needed to leave that team for young, fresh blood to come in. They have Delete in that team. They have Bonucci still in that team, and you're telling me that there's no player for them to defend. They have Dusan Vlahovic. These are players, and I'm also going to ride on the wave and tell you that they are looking to sign in Angel Di Maria and Paul Pogba. No matter which team these 2 players enter, look at what Angel Di Maria did in the Finalissima Trophy. Look at what he did in the Copa America. These players still have 1 or 2 years of quality football in them to give to this team. So I'm telling you right now that the period of dominance, whether you like it or not, for Juventus is not over, because this is just 2 years after they won their last Serie A. If it was 10 years, if it was 20 years, I'd have agreed. But this is just 2 years after, and there's still a lot of firepower in that team. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And so ends the 16th and final battle. And I'm sure a big headache has been created for the panel and for those who may be calling via the phone lines, and some who would be voting via social media. I thoroughly enjoyed this battle, and now it is decision time. You know the drill. First we go to the phone lines, then we come to the panel, and we'll finish up with social media, Twitter and Facebook. Who impressed you more on the night? Is it Kelvin, the young man, or Limah, the young woman? We'll find out. The numbers are 0700 0700 993 993 993. 0700 993 993 993. A special line dedicated to ladies only. 01 465 7190. 01 465 7190. To the phone lines we go. Best of 7.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening. We can hear you.
Hello, good evening, Femi.
Good evening to you. All right. You cannot hear us. Okay, before we go and pick another call, please, when you call, even if you do not hear me, go ahead and make your contribution. We can hear all of you. So go ahead and make your contribution. If for any reason we don't hear you, then we will cut the call and announce on the radio that we did not hear you. You'll probably hear that we did not hear you. But if you don't hear anything, just say your name and your location if you choose to, and go ahead and quickly tell us who you vote for. If you want to tell us why, please say it, but say it very quickly in a few choice words. Not more than 10-15 seconds max. Okay? Let's go back to the phone lines and see who we got. Hello, good evening. Yeah, good evening.
I'm Nikki calling from Adelaide.
Okay.
My vote is for Limah.
Your vote is for Limah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You want to tell us why?
Hello, Femi. Good evening.
Okay, we've moved on. Thank you very much.
Good evening.
How are you Friday?
From Igwelere.
Yeah, go ahead and vote.
Yes. Who score for them? Who defend for them? I love that closing part. But although it's difficult to vote against a lady, but I'm going for Kelvin. The guy have it. Thank you very much.
All right. It's 1-1 between Limah and Kelvin. Hi there. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Hello, good evening, Nigeria Info.
Welcome.
My name is Sharon. I'm rooting for Limah.
Limah,
I think she won me over during the head-to-head. Even though it was really a difficult one to pick a side, I go with Limah.
All right.
Thank you. I can barely hear you guys.
Thank you very much. But we heard you quite crisply and cleanly. Those are not real words, but okay. Let's go back to the phone lines. Hi there, welcome.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes, please, talk to us.
Yes, I know you can't hear me, but I can hear you clearly.
We can hear you. We can hear you excellently. Go ahead.
Okay, you can hear me clearly, I can't hear you, but I'm voting for the guy.
Okay.
The guy actually did very well. He won my vote. He made clear points, and the lady was, I think, she was trying to shout him down and trying to make his voice look a little bit dimmer. But then his points were crystal clear to me, and I vote for him. The guy takes my vote.
Excellent. Thank you. 2-2. War of the Sexes, it's turning out to be. Pretty interesting. Hi there.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Welcome.
My name is Azat. I vote for Limah.
You vote for Limah. All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate your vote. And that means Limah goes into the lead 3-2. 2 more votes. The next one could end it. We'll find out.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing?
I know you can't hear me, but good evening. My name is Joseph from the Jersey. My vote goes to Kelvin. He was better in the head-to-head than me. And Limah was just contradicting herself when she was saying that Julie were the elephant, because I think Inter and Milan trampled on them last season, and she was also contradicting herself when she said that the Juventus player were leaving, which is not actually helping them to win. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. So they are tied at 3-3. The final vote will break the tie. Who do we have?
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. My name is Tolu.
Tolu Lokpe.
Hello, good evening. My name is Tolu.
Yeah, go ahead.
I vote for Limah. I like her opening remarks. So short and simple. 8 points.
All right, Tolu Lokwe, thank you very much. It is done by the slimmest of margins. Limah takes this vote 4-3. The implication being Limah takes all 20 percentage points available via the phone lines. 20 points ahead, which brings us to the panel. Gentlemen, Chidebere, Alex, Overdose, it's up to you now. Of these two contestants, who impressed you more? After that, we'll go to social media. Who wants to start out for us?
All right, so I think Alex should start because he told me to start the last time.
Diesel, you got this, Diesel.
You go right ahead.
No, you got.
Well, leave Diesel alone. Diesel is expensive. It's petrol. Start.
Okay. Wow. Well, Femi, it was close. Pretty close. I think I enjoyed it. It was good, and Kelvin did well. His opening remarks were fantastic, and the way he closed it was really good. But I think the 2 minutes that they had to go at each other, I think that's where Limah was bringing some real good points, and I think Kelvin did drift when he was talking about players. This is about the club. Juventus.
I felt that way too. There was a drifting the topic.
Yeah, and then they were talking about players, and
I think Kelvin started it, and Limah joined him.
Yeah, joined him.
Yeah.
They
at the point I was like, "What are you guys going on and on about?"
It felt like husband and wife type of thing. But moving on.
Yeah, that kind of quarrel.
Yeah,
you start. You know what you're quarreling about. After a while, you don't even know what you're quarreling about again.
It happens like that. But because of how we started and how we ended it, I think I'll go with Kelvin because he made his point clear.
Mm-hmm.
But where Limah had an edge is just the 2 minutes they had. She was saying some really good points.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Juventus will always be Juventus. Even if Inter Milan goes on to win the league next season, it doesn't write out Juventus. They can hit back and win the league. But I think I'll go with Kevin. He did the opening remark really well and closed it fantastically well. So yeah.
Okay, so it's even Stevens now. 2020 for Limah and Kelvin. Who goes next, gentlemen?
Chidebere
and Overdose are running away from the mic. What is wrong with the two of you?
Look, Femi, this is perhaps the best contest I've had on Fan Battle. This was really good.
Yeah.
One thing this showed, which is very obvious actually, didn't take much to decipher it, is these two participants, these two fighters, they came prepared.
Mm-hmm.
They did their homework. I was extremely impressed with Limah, to be fair. And if there was an option to have both of them make it to the next round, I'll be clicking that option. I was mostly impressed. They came with points. They did their homework. They brought the fire. And you could see it.
There was a lot of bass bulls.
Yeah, they were ready. They were really ready. I think even who stepped in and the person said this one is saying proverbs and the other person is saying proverbs. I thought they were really good. I was very impressed with Limah. She made a very good point where she said, if Chelsea didn't win the league, Chelsea finished at 18 points behind the winners. Does that mean they won't compete next season? That was a very good point. Kevin made some really good points as well. He drove his points home. I like the way he ended. I was just laughing when he ended, and the way Limah also ended her arguments, her final arguments, closing arguments. So it's a difficult situation. Is there an option to opt out of this?
Of any vote?
I'm going to put Overdose. Look, I could have gone for any of them, to be fair. But just to put Overdose in trouble, I'm going to go with Limah. So for those who make the decider, I could have gone for Kevin or anyone. I thought they were at par. Great argument. But for those, you have to use your elderly eye now to decide.
Now I feel good going first.
It's actually good that they brought in Proverbs to the mix. I was quite impressed. He talked about not judging the end of the day by just the morning. That was a catchy one. And then Limah countering him with the lion might be the king of the jungle, but the elephant, he knows the lion knows he shouldn't go the way of the elephant. So I was quite impressed by that, and I really thought that they came with good points, but just for the fact that, her points were outstanding in a way, because first off, you look at the fact that she got the pronunciation of the players right. I mean, Vlahovic, Delete, and also made a case that for a team that has won the Serie A 9 times in a row, just because they've not won it for 2 seasons doesn't automatically count them out. I'm tempted to go the way of Limah, but I mean, that Kelvin really impressed me. I mean, with the fact of players going, Chiellini is a stalwart. I mean, he mentioned the fact that these guys are really not as consistent. And when you look at the graph, you find out that Juventus are not the powerhouse they used to be. Ronaldo is no longer there. I mean, he made some points about them retrogressing, and backed up by the fact that Inter Milan and AC Milan are also doing business to, see that they also contend. I think I'll give it to Kelvin. I mean, Limah, you did quite well. I must commend you. Like, you had that energy, that fight. But at the end of the day, I think, Kelvin was really more convincing. He drove the point home for me, laying the reasons why he feels Juventus cannot continue to be a dominant force in the Serie A. So I'll go for Kelvin.
And thus they are tied at 40 all. Limah took the 20 from the calls, took Chidibere's vote for 40, and Kelvin took Alex's and Overdoses votes, 40-40, meaning social media will decide. Hopefully, they will make that determination, because if social media are split, we've had 80 percentage points accounted for, just the final 20 left. We'll take a break and we'll be back soon.
Keystone Bank, we grow together.
I find the strength I need every time that I look into your eyes. And when the night comes, you hold me in your arms and you say, I'll never let you go, my sweet baby. You'll never let me down. No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Enter the place and it brighten. Make everybody they wonder. Waiting me cause all the shine. Lush hair, lush hair. Long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. Lush hair, lush hair. So you want to slay? Slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Straight or curly. You know they tango. Lie. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. You wonder how I shine like this. I'm on a lush hair, be the coco. Say you want to know. And if you wanna be fine like me, I can show you where to go. A lush hair, be the coco.
Beautiful people know how to make an impression, and that's why they only trust Lush Hair Extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
They don't disconnect your line sake of say you not link your national identification number to your MTN number. Make you no worry. If you don't already collect your NIN, you get some 5 easy steps so you go take reconnect them. 1. Dial *785 hash. 2. Text your national identification number NIN to 785. 3. Visit my MTN NG app. 4. Chat with Ziggy on top this WhatsApp number +234 903 300 0001 or 5. Visit www.mtn.ng. If you no can get national identification number, just waka enter any MTN store or NIMC center wey near you or visit the MTN website to book appointment. Make you do any of these things sharp oh. Opportunity still dey now oh. Make I ask yourself, now wetin we dey do today?
Wake up! Conga is here! Enjoy the Conga Media Shopping Festival deals and free delivery in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Plus a 10% discount when you pay with your Access Bank card from now to the 30th of June. Conga, the e-commerce group you trust.
You know us in Port Harcourt.
My name is Eno Ugbevire.
I'm Gabriella Anyamu.
My name is Adedayo Ilushaku.
You know us in Lagos.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Quadri.
My name is Joyce Onyemoa.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili.
You know us in Abuja.
I am Femi D. Amele.
Hello everyone, my name is Swat.
My name is Kimberly Machuku.
Every day, our presenters in your city bring you real, in-depth talk on the biggest topics.
But this June, you'll hear all our presenters from all our cities at the same time. Join us at Nigeria Info's Roundtable.
For 3 days, let's talk about the biggest stories of the last 6 months together.
Tuesday, June the 28th from 10 a.m. to noon.
Wednesday, June 29th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Thursday, June the 30th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m.
The Nigeria Info Roundtable.
Let's talk.
Plenty people they do business, but not be everybody mean business. The people wey mean business, they no they ever say no to money, cash, card, or even transfer. These kind ones, any business opportunity, then they grab up with the full chest. And then they chook eye only on top of this way make sense. Like the people, cash flow, and how every other thing take they complete. Not be say them only know what thing that they do. They know their numbers and the mean business. With the number, you mean business. Enter our website will be www.number.com to take it for start.
Level now because as our correct customer, you can't pay for we buy. You don't show us plenty love for 10 years now. Make we save summer you jollyment with correct discount on top gadgets them, groceries, beauty products them, I mean our home appliances them, plus other etc. things them. Correct. Hey, don't do yourself fool. Follow us celebrate, make you for fit enjoy all the better offer them, plus free delivery. Jumia, now we and you they celebrate this 10 years.
You don't wait for life. You go to meet life. Morning after morning, cup after cup, with the stimulating aroma and rich creamy taste of Nescafe Original 3-in-1. Available at 70 naira per sachet. And for every 8 sachets you buy this month, you get 1 sachet absolutely free. Start strong, finish strong. It all starts with a Nescafe. T's and C's apply.
Hey there, heard about the Netflix mobile plan? Yeah, the new one that allows you watch loads of movies on your mobile phone for just 1,200 naira monthly. I bet you're going to enjoy yourself without anyone disturbing you because it gives you access to all movies and shows on one screen. Perfect quality for your smartphone and tablet. Plus, it works on all iOS and Android devices. And it's designed specially for you. No squatters this time, just you. Sign up on netflix.com today.
You know us in Port Harcourt.
My name is Eno Ugbevire.
I'm Gabriella Anyamu.
My name is Adedayo Ilushaku.
You know us in Lagos.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Quadri.
My name is Joyce Onyemoa.
I am
Sandra Ezekwesili. You know us in Abuja.
I am Femi D. Amele.
Hello, everyone. My name is Swat.
My name is Kimberly Nwachukwu.
Every day, our presenters in your city bring you real, in-depth talk on the biggest topics.
But this June, you'll hear all our presenters from all our cities at the same time. Join us at Nigeria Info's Roundtable.
For 3 days, let's talk about the biggest stories of the last 6 months together.
Tuesday, June the 28th from 10 a.m. to noon.
Wednesday, June 29th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Thursday, June the 30th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m.
The Nigeria Info Roundtable.
Let's talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Hi, I'm Femi Daniels. For the last dozen years of my media career, I've dedicated myself to raising an army, a big sport broadcast army, made up of individuals who've gone from being just fans of the game to giants of the sport broadcast landscape. It's been my pride, privilege, and honor, but my job is not done. Time to raise a new army, the next generation. Join me and my team, Femi and the gang, from 7 to 9 p.m. Mondays to Friday on 99.3 Nigeria Info for the third and biggest season of the Fan Battle. Starting Monday, June 13 to Friday, July 15. 1 million naira grand prize, a seat at the table, and you get to be part of it all. Catch the Fan Battle in football's hottest war zone, live on radio, also on the Nigeria Info app and our Facebook and YouTube live streams. For sponsorship support and advertising, call 0808 50 280 or 0809 303 1103. The Fan Battle Season 3. Let the battle begin.
My name is Peter Obo. I am the former British, Commonwealth, and WBA International Light Heavyweight Boxing Champion. Whenever I'm in Nigeria, I always listen to Femi and the Gang.
Welcome back. Decision time with everything tied at the time we left. 40-40 between Kelvin and Limah. Limah taking the phone points by a slim margin, and Kelvin taking the panel's votes by a margin of 2-1. That could not be split either way, meaning another split decision. So here we go. 80 points decided, 20 to go. Those 20 are in the hands of social media. As at the time we went on break, Twitter was trending 50-50. Over those, we're back. Is the vote final on Twitter?
Yes, we are back, and the vote is final. 228 votes in total. And after those votes were casted,
a slim margin
with Kelvin recording a total of 48.7% of the votes, and Limah recording 51.3% of the votes on Twitter. So Limah edging out Kelvin on Twitter.
Another slim margin. Limah has hit the 50 percentage points threshold, meaning social media cannot knock her out. We'll go to Facebook and see what Facebook decides. Facebook can decide this for Limah. Facebook can also decide it for Kelvin. If Facebook goes Kelvin's way, we will have our first tie of Fan Battle 3. Well, the consequence of that is that I then get to make a choice between Kelvin and Limah. It's a position I do not want for myself, or it's a position I would have to take if it comes to it. So all the best. Overdose. Limah 50, Kelvin 40. Only 10 points remaining from Facebook. How does Facebook vote? First, if we have a tie, let us know. A tie will be in Limah's favor.
We don't have a tie, actually.
We don't have a tie. First, let us know what the percentage points are, and then tell us who took Facebook.
All right, so on Facebook, Kelvin, who says the period of dominance for Juventus is over, with Inter and AC winning the Serie A in successive seasons. He gathered a total of 45% of the votes on Facebook. And Limah, who says they can't stake a claim come next season, got a total of 55% of the votes. So Limah edges Kelvin on Facebook, 55% to 45.
Social media have got 20 points, same as the callers' votes. On this occasion, tonight, social media has spoken, and social media has decided. Their winner, Limah. Congratulations, Limah. Congratulations are in order. You've come, you fought the fine fight. It wasn't easy. It was by the slimmest of margins. But the social media tradition continues. Social media, Facebook and Twitter, have voted the same way in every single one of the 16 battles we've had so far. Limah, congratulations once again.
Thank you, sir.
How are you feeling?
Excited. I'm happy. Thank you very much.
Okay. You have any words for your contestant?
She's sounding a bit. Why are you sounding a bit down?
A bit.
When you were coming at Kelvin, you were. Now you're. Yeah, we'll have to fear
She's
people
kind
like
of
Limah.
emotional.
Yeah, I'm just overwhelmed. I mean,
Oh.
he did really well. I feel like there was nothing to separate both of us, but I'm just really excited, and I'm grateful to everybody that voted. Thank you very much.
What do you feel about the voting? Do you think it was fair?
Well, it's not in my place, but yeah, I guess I won.
Yeah. So, you are happy?
Yes,
I'll be
I am.
interested to know what Kelvin thinks, actually. You think the voting was fair?
Yeah, it was fair. Obviously, it was fair.
Yeah, but again, if it's slim, it has to be fair, right?
Yes,
Okay. What's going through your mind? How do you feel? Are you heavily disappointed?
Yeah, I'm actually very disappointed. But
Mm.
yeah, we live to fight another day.
Live to fight another day. Congratulations, Limah.
Thank you very
You
much,
have
sir.
come, you've seen, you've conquered on the night. You go into round 2, which is a round of 24. In a few minutes, we will know who you go up against. At this point, you can choose to leave us now. You are well within your rights. You can choose to hang out with the team until it's over in a few minutes. But you've done your part. Thank you very much, Limah. You can leave your seat now as we bring in the super duper man for a decision to be made between Kelvin and Kayode. Before we make that decision, gentlemen, there's an important decision to be made, which is who tops Group F. In the first battle, you heard Kayode and Daniel. Daniel won that battle. In this second battle, which was really feisty, both battles were feisty, actually. They went at it. We literally had to pull Kayode and Daniel apart in that first battle. So, the important decision we have to make now is who won it? Who was the most impressive? Who do we put at the top of Group H? Is it Daniel or is it Limah? Who wants to go first? Who impressed you more? The winner of the first battle or the winner of the second battle?
I'll go first. I think Limah actually impressed me over Daniel. Yeah, Daniel had his points well thought out. He was able to lay them down, but he wasn't as convincing as Limah. Limah was really convincing. Daniel, was not convincing enough for me. If I were looking for the more convincing party, I'll go with Limah. Daniel, was just like nervy, sort of. I don't know if it was because of Coyote, but he was kind of nervy. But Limah, despite the fact that she was up against Kelvin, she still managed to bring out her points, and she was, authoritative as well as convincing. So for me, I'll go for Limah over Daniel.
So Limah takes Overdose's vote. Gentlemen, Chidibere and Alex, Limah or Daniel, who would you put at the top of Group H?
I think I'll go for Limah. I think she, her preparedness was very obvious. Both her preparedness and Kelvin's preparedness. But choosing between herself and the first winner, I'll go with Limah.
You will go with Limah. So the decision is made already, 2 points. But Alex, do you agree or do you see it any differently?
No, I think I'll follow the guys because the first battle was good, but the second battle was for me better. And like Overdose said, Limah was very convincing. She had her points laid out, and she went for it, and she did really well on the day. So Limah tops the group for me, Femi.
All right. So it is decided. Limah tops Group H. She will go up against the third place finisher from Group G. And that third place finisher of Group D is Success. So what a battle that would be. Limah versus Success in the round of 24. Good. So meaning tonight Daniel is second. And as second, Daniel will go up against the contestant who came second in Group G. Second in Group G was Adenike. So it's in the next round, it's Daniel and Adenike. Daniel versus Adenike. And also Limah versus Success. We have to make a decision. The winner of Group G was Itunumi Solis. And he's waiting on the night for who finishes third from Group H. And this is where a decision has to be made. We have Coyote from the first battle tonight. We have Kelvin from the second. It is time to decide whose battle ends here tonight.
My name is Osazel Denge. Keep listening to Femi and the gang on Nigeria Info FM.
All right. So we're at the moment of decision now. So Kelvin in the house, Coyote in the house. We heard Coyote in the first battle. We've heard Kelvin in the second. For one of these two individuals, the battle ends here. Who will that be? Your vote right now, gentlemen, is to keep either of these two fine young men in this race, in this battle. So whoever you pick of Coyote and Kelvin will progress and go on to face Itunu, who is winner of Group G in the next round. So think deeply about how you choose, how you decide. And if you've made up your mind, you can go ahead and let us know what you've decided. Feel free to say why. Otherwise, feel free not to say.
Well, I think this is the part of the show where you just feel it's a difficult one, but looking at both, looking at the first battle and then the second battle, and looking at what the two guys in the studio now, K Square, if you may, Kayode and Kelvin, brought to the table. I wasn't particularly impressed with Kayode in the first battle. I think he should have done better. He had, everything in his arsenal to do better in that first battle. For Kelvin, Limah was just, quicker, and she delivered, faster and better than Kelvin, and that's why Limah qualified. So if I would pick, I would pick Kelvin because he did well, and it was a close battle, and we saw that with the voting system and everything, and it was just a close one. But I'll stick with Kelvin because he did really well in the second battle. Limah just edged him out, and and that's what it is. So Femi, I'll stick with Kelvin.
So Alex votes to keep Kelvin in the battle. Chidebere overdose. Does anybody disagree? If you disagree, go ahead.
For me, it's. Kudos to these guys. Really, it's not easy to come on the mic and actually. It's one thing for you to prepare, get your points, and then the delivery is another thing. And judging from the delivery, Kayode, he had his moments, especially with the giving of facts. He was really convincing. When he was talking about Diego Simeone not staying at Atletico Madrid, I picked quite a few things from him. But also, Kelvin in the second battle was, okay, so both men were convincing, but what stood out for me was the organization of the points. I think Kayode, he was not just, there's one thing about you being able to deliver your points and then point by point, bit by bit, you're striking them, but he was all over the place with his points. He will go there and then go to the other side, and then, but for Kelvin, I think he was just dropping them like, okay, first point,
chronological.
Yeah, exactly. He was well organized, and I think I'll have to go the way of Alex in picking Kelvin. Kelvin sounded like he had a plan to just tilt people towards his side, and judging from the votes on social media, a whole lot of people actually went for Kelvin as well. One thing I also liked about him was the fact that he maintained eye contact. He was looking his opponent in the eye and dropping the points, and then I think, I don't know, but I feel he wrote his point somewhere where he was just looking at it, and then off the top of his head he will deliver. I take nothing away from Kayode, but somebody has to go on and somebody has to leave. So if my hands were tied, which it is right now, I'll go for Kelvin.
You put your bet on Kelvin.
Yeah, Kelvin sounds, and it looked more of a punchy guy than Kayode for me personally. So I'll go with him.
On your point about Kelvin making eye contact, Sam YCOKK on Facebook will disagree with you though, overdose. And he says, Kelvin can't maintain eye contact. Then go give babe. Then go give Baba fine babe. And then he laughs. All right. Okay. Interesting. The funny thing is, well, again, you saw what you saw.
Yeah.
The people in the studio saw what they saw. Chidebere, it has been decided, but do you see it any differently? If you do, please tell us.
Well, Femi, I'll give Kayode a vote, even though it doesn't count, just to make him feel a bit good. I'll give him it's a passionate vote. I'm giving it to Kayode. for his efforts in the first round. It's easy to forget the effort the first contestant put in after, especially when the second argument blows you away, and when they're really good. So it's easy to get blown away, and that's something we'll have to find a way to fix.
But the data has shown that in most of the battles, the people in season 3, the people in the first battle have, there's a higher percentage of people in the first battle being voted to stay than the second
it's
battle.
all down to the quality of the battle.
The quality of the battle.
Yeah.
And the memorableness.
What it leaves you with.
Yeah. If it's memorable. Then again, for me, I would say, and this is the lesson here. I know when you come to a contest like this, the two people are trying to be heard. In the case of Kayode and Daniel, we at a point I tried to step in to say, guys, we need to hear you. And usually when I step in, I hate to interrupt, but when I have to interrupt, I then watch what you do subsequently. But I stepped in, interrupted them, said, we need to hear you, and off they both went again. And in Fan Battle Season 3, 16 whole battles, only once did I not give an additional minute. And it was in that battle between Kayode and Daniel. Because I felt, why would I give the 1 minute? Nothing is going to change. We struggle to hear them. And I think, on the balance of everything, I think it was that head-to-head that did Kayode the most disservice, because it reduced the memorableness of that battle. You remember that battle for their opening and closing arguments. You don't remember too much. There are no quotes. There is nothing of quality that you can hold on to in the head-to-head, because it was a shouting match and we couldn't hear them. And it also affects Daniel in a way. It's also part of why Daniel did not win first place. Even though it was feisty. The second battle too was really feisty. At the point I thought Kelvin and Limah did not learn too much from that. But they had an advantage. It was male versus female. The voice texture was different. The voice quality was different. So even though they wouldn't give each other any breathers, you could still pick them apart.
Well, I feel that in that second battle, I think there were times when Kelvin actually allowed. He stopped.
There were times where he stopped.
Yeah, he stopped.
He started like a house on fire. And he was going. And then Limah was slower. Let him talk. And then Limah then tried to stop. And then later on, Limah was also going. I was like, you can talk. Your mouth no sharp.
And when she started, she didn't stop.
Yeah,
she just went on.
And so I would like to say congratulations to you, Kelvin. You will go ahead. You will proceed. You are going to meet Itunumi Solis in your next battle in the round of 24. How do you feel, Kelvin?
Well, it's a let off. I'm happy. Yes, I'm happy.
You'll take the lessons.
Yes, I'll take the lessons and improve in my next match.
Okay. Just to add to what you've already heard, the part where you talked about Chiellini, is that Chiellini? Leaving. That was a good point to make, but it was also a double-edged sword. And I expected Limah to catch you there, and she did. And I'm shocked that you didn't see that coming. You say they're not going to do well because a 37-year-old man who should have retired 2 seasons ago, perhaps, is leaving. And you only had to make the argument that, yes, the reason why they've suffered for the last 2 years is that they have retirees in that team who should go. Do you understand? She didn't use those words, but she also said, the guy is 37. What do you expect?
He could have also said that they are building, and it takes time to build another formidable force.
Yes.
We had Chiellini and Bonucci, and they were one of the most formidable central defenses
no doubt.
In football. So
no doubt.
He could have also said that it will take time to find another Chiellini and Bonucci combination in the center, center or defense. But at the end of the day, like I said, they can't exhaust all the point, but I thought they made some great points.
Interesting
as well.
So, Coyote, how are you feeling?
Well, a bit disappointed, really, But then, definitely lessons to learn. I'm so honored to be here tonight. Believe me, I feel so honored. Sitting right next to people you look up to in the game. So I'm so honored to be here tonight. And we will actually go home with my head off. Like, I think to an extent I gave my whole, but maybe it wasn't enough. So yeah, I look forward to be back here.
I will tell you what I think about you and about what we've seen tonight. And, and I'm not just saying it to give you hope, but I will say it. For tonight's game, your battle ends here.
Love you.
I mean it when I say I would like a chance to walk with you.